Hello and welcome back to Tim Rodey Rides Motorbikes, and today I am actually riding some motorbikes. You might think that given how much riding I've done over the years, press launches, things like that, I'm an absolute demon on track, but sadly I'm more of an annoying wasp that's very slow and a bit drunk. I'm not drunk, just for MSV's regulations, but yeah, I'm not very good on track because I haven't done many track days. So I've come to Donington Park, thanks to Pirelli and Ducati UK for having me, to just try and up my skills. So I'm starting out in the novice group, and I kind of don't really want to be in the novice group at the end of the day, but we'll see. And I've employed a special weapon to help up my game. He is, let's say, Ducati's development rider, but one from Yorkshire. He's quite small, but very big in the talent department, is of course Chad, or Adam Child. So I'm going to jump to me and him chatting about how we're going to make me better at motorbikes, sort of. Let's go. Do I need to stand further back so we're the same height?
Nah, you'll be right. You'll be right, mate.
So here he is, my secret weapon, Adam Child. Chad, thank you for helping me today. You're
No worries.
my motorbike journalist dad who just comes along to look after me.
Not like Munchkin, but I get the idea.
But yeah, I mean, if you don't know Chad, he's one of the world's most experienced motorbike journalists. He's big in Japan, big in India. You've raced at the TT several times.
Yeah, I was always towards the back, but I had to go.
Yeah, which is where, yeah, very, very good people go. But anyway, you're helping me out today. We've done one session, I've been in Street Fighter V2.
Yeah.
Did sighting laps basically. Thank you for showing me around. He went in front for a lap so I could see where to go and where not to go. And then you followed me for literally a lap, I think it was.
Yeah. It was difficult because we caught them traffic, didn't we?
But yeah, I think the things I want to work on, I'm conscious I need to work on, are I'm not massively comfortable on tracks. It's new to me, so I don't really know where to go on the track. I'm not very good on the brakes, and yeah, probably body position as well. But yeah, where do you think I'm at, considering that was the very first wobble round on a racetrack?
But this is your first time at Donington?
First time at Donington, first time on a bike on a track since the R7 launch last September.
All right, well, yeah, to be fair, I wouldn't have thought this was your first time at Donington.
Oh, really?
No,
okay.
no. So you've got the general idea of where it's going. That's good. Your lower half of your body position is not so bad. Where you're braking and where you're turning is actually better than I thought it would be.
Praise from Caesar.
But the key areas that we need to work on is line.
Yeah.
So the classic mistake you're doing at the moment, which a lot of people do, is when they come to a right-hander, say Redgate, instead of staying left, they wander over.
So that was the other thing I was going to say I know I need to work on. So I always turn in too early. Because I come from a car world where you kind of turn in a lot earlier than on a bike.
Yeah. So in a car you've got two massive loads of grip and you can turn in. And then on the exit, you haven't got a lot of power in a car.
Yeah.
On a bike you're the opposite.
Yeah.
So you can brake early, slow down, and use the power on the exit.
Right, so I just need to be staying wide and then bang it in.
So you've got probably about the width of the car away from the curb going in.
Yeah, whereas you're on the curb.
Not on the curb, but you need to be fairly, like Redgate is a classic.
Yeah.
So if you watch people going into Redgate, everybody is like halfway on the track. Yeah. If you watch like Jacko's here from BSB, he's on the white line on the left. Yeah. But there's little markers I'll show you. And then the other thing, the second thing we'll work on in the next session is your lower body moves, but your top half doesn't.
Fine. So I just need to focus on getting my chin over my bars, basically, move my mirrors a bit more.
Your head is always in the same position.
Right.
So your head does this.
Yeah.
So you look really cool. Like you
I don't look cool. I look twisted up. Is what you're saying. It's a very polite way of saying I look like.
It looks like you're winking at people that you know. You're like, hey.
Well, I do.
Hey.
So you on the pit wall.
It's kind of like a twisted kind of thing, but you're moving your butt off the seat, but then you're not moving your top half off.
Right, so I need to move my top half and I need to turn in later.
Turn in later and use all the track.
Fine.
You can go over the curb at the S's.
I did go over a curb once and my feet fell off the pegs.
So when you go in the foggy S's, don't use the curb on the left. Yeah. On the right, turn it and then get the bike upright.
It's the foggy S is the bit where you come into the Melbourne Loop.
Foggy S's is after the wheelie, what used to be the Dunlop Bridge.
Right,
so you come down the hill.
Yeah.
No wheelie.
Left, right.
You go left, right. Left, so don't use curb, but right you can use curb.
Fine. Okay, cool. Check back and I'll be faster, I hope.
Safer.
Safer, sorry, yeah, safer.
I headed out to the next session with that advice ringing in my ears and a mental note to ask Chad for the details of his hairdresser, but I swapped onto the Panigale V2 in the hope that the sports bike riding position would help my upper body, and I started feeling much better and more comfortable getting both knees down and sticking left at Redgate before turning it in quickly using some vague semblance of knowledge remembered from doing California Superbike School levels 1 and 2 many years ago. I still wasn't totally happy with my upper body position though, as a man with a fluorescent torso would inevitably point out about now.
Right, I'm very sweaty. I've done 4 sessions now. It's lunchtime, and I'm being outbodied by Surfer Dad here.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, it is pretty horrific, isn't it?
I feel about as rotund as my lines around some of those corners, but yeah, I'm feeling a lot more confident.
Yeah.
A lot more natural in terms of moving around on the bike.
Yeah.
I think... So I always find when I come to do bike track days is I always forget to get my bum back in the seat and drop my elbows down. As soon as I do that, it becomes a bit more natural. I think I was probably a bit too far forward and stilted.
Most people do this, so what they do is they turn up to the track day, they've been preparing for days and days or weeks and weeks, looking forward to it, and it's like a stag do.
Yeah.
10 pints of lager in 3 hours. And that's what everybody does. They're like, tense. And then they realise the day is actually quite long, I need to relax.
Got a lot of sessions.
You've got a lot of sessions, and this track is really wide, really safe, and we've got perfect conditions.
Yeah.
But what you're going to find now is, now you've had some lunch.
I've had 3 sausages. I'm going to fall asleep.
You're going to get tired.
Yeah.
But the good thing about Donington is the first section is all flowy.
Yeah.
So you just brush brakes, use the gearbox.
Yeah.
On the Ducatis you've got loads of torque.
Yeah.
And then the only harder braking is into Foggies and into Melbourne, into Goddards.
Yeah.
But just roll it in there and concentrate more on that body position.
Yeah.
And getting round, because your lower body is moving, but your upper body isn't.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. I've got my head down. My upper body must move.
Yeah, it's strange though, because your head goes down, and then when you brake, you keep your head down.
Yeah, it's fine. It's like I'm still down there. But no, I've really disliked braking. Like I've swapped to the Panigale V4 because it's got a bit more bracing on the tank from the legs, and I'm finding it a lot easier to ride than the V2. It's just smoother, less gear changes, less to think about. But obviously you end up at the corners a bit faster. So then it's like I've got to judge how much I want to go fast in a straight line versus the effort of a massive braking zone.
Yeah.
And it's like I'd rather just go slower and do less braking. I'm a lazy rider, but yeah.
Yeah. Have you moved a group?
No, I haven't asked. I forgot. Been looking for my watch.
Okay.
I've lost my watch. Lost my Apple Watch.
Right, you need to move. You need to move groups now. So we need your pace. I would say you're probably 4, maybe 5 seconds faster than you were at the start of the day.
Awesome. I do feel a lot faster and a lot more confident. And my objective for today was to go up to Inter, so maybe
I think we need to get you in it. And the strange bit is, you're really good through the places where most people aren't. So Redgate, all down Craner, all hairpin and through, you're really good, but then you're braking, you're all a bit...
Yeah, I don't feel good on the brakes today, and I feel a bit awkward moving around. But yeah, like Craner curves, I feel I'm going way faster than everyone else, and it's like, oh, this is great. And then I get to the back fiddly bits. The Melbourne loop can do one, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Not...
Use the bike, use the gearbox, use the back brake, use the engine braking. The bike's got it. So use it. You know what I mean? The Panigale will rev to what, 14,000?
Yeah.
So let that clutch out and let it scream.
Yeah.
And then that pulls the weight back, so you're not fighting around the headstock.
Yeah.
And brake a little bit earlier, and then let it roll through.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to brake as late as possible, because if you brake as late as possible, you make like 0.3.
Yeah, no, I'm not going for lap times. I'm going for an easy life.
Elbow down.
Elbow down. Right, thank you, Chad.
No worries, mate. Let's go do another.
At the end of the day, when I found my Apple Watch and some talent.
This lap was on the Ducati Supersport 950S, which was actually the bike I felt least comfortable on all day, thanks to a vague lack of ground clearance and a seat that kind of stopped you moving about too much. My lines are better though, but I'm still happier through the flowing bits such as the Craner curves rather than the stop-start Melbourne loop, which ruined my flow harder than your nan watching someone else doing something to someone else. Just about to overtake R1 Liz there. Go and give her a follow on Instagram. She does amazing cartoons of motorbikes and is just generally a good egg. Plug for R1 Liz. Hopefully he checks in the post. But anyway, let's go and get some more advice from Yorkshire Jesus.
Right, it is the end of the day. I finished, I'm knackered, I got cramp in my thighs like some dodgy old grandma. I got cramp in my thighs on the Supersport. Tend to hang off so much to not ground it out. I don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, thank you ever so much for helping me today, Chad. obviously about to give my feedback on my last session, and I would say from my own self-assessment, my performance today went 0 up to about 7. I felt quite good, kind of around lunchtime. And then I've just been hot and knackered, and I'm basically back where I started. So yeah, sort of good, sort of a waste of time, but hey, I've not paid for it. I just lost an Apple Watch, but whatever. How did I do?
I think you did really well. You can tell that you knew the track from playing on computer games, so you knew the track.
Not wasted time, Mum.
Not wasted time, so that was good. This morning, the difference from this morning to this afternoon, the one just before lunch, was great. You know, you was losing a lot more of the track.
Yeah.
And you're probably lapping 3 or 4 seconds faster than you were this morning.
4 seconds. Sorry, I've just been distracted. Michael Rutter's got his shirt off over there. But yeah,
never mind. And yeah, a lot better, a lot smoother, a lot safer. And then the last session you was riding really well. And then after 5 laps, I could see that you basically what you do is you go back to not learning. So you go back to what you was doing this morning because you're tired.
I go back to default laziness state, I think is what it is.
And you're definitely not afraid of getting on the throttle. You're leaving big black lines coming out of corners.
Am I?
Yeah, it was like...
Thank God for electronics.
But, I mean, it's hard today because it's 38 degrees and we're not athletes.
And I'm a pasty, fat, white bloke who's not very comfortable when it gets above 24.
But you're starting off in a slow group and you don't need to be in the next track day, definite medium group.
That's what I wanted to hear. Because
no, 100%.
I've always, in my brain, I'm not very good, and then I go on track day and I kind of get a bit of confidence, and then I don't do a track day for a year and I'm like, oh, now I'm rubbish. So I stay in novices. So next time I'm not going to go to novices.
No, go straight in the middle.
Thank you. Oh, we're doing it awkward. I do the old man handshake and he does.
Well, I don't know. Are we supposed to do this?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to fist you on camera. We'll save that for later, but I mean,
I find it awkward when people got to hug a new fist.
Oh yeah, you just smash him in the face. Punch him. It's like, thanks, right in the tits. It's been emotional, man.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and go and check out Chad on social media. What's your Instagram handle?
I ain't got a clue. I'm over 40.
He's Adam Chad Child or something. He's worth a follow because he gets to do lots of holidays riding motorbikes. Right, I'm sweating. Let's go. Thank you. Bye.